So it is Saturday morning, and I'm just waking up. Just went and got my bear bag down, and kind of lounging before I decide to go ahead and have breakfast. Nice morning. Rained pretty much throughout the night, which wasn't bad. I didn't sleep great last night. First night on the trail always seems to happen for me. That don't really get a lot of sleep, but I think it was probably around 3 a.m. I finally fell asleep good, and it's just about 7 o'clock now. It was a little before 7 when I woke up. You can see it's pretty bright out there. It doesn't look too dark and gloomy. I've still got, water droplets all over the tarp, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of cleaning that up before packing up. Alright, well, I guess I will get up and get things going. One of the most versatile tools you can carry is a buff. So I've got my buff here. It can be used as a hat, neck thing, ear warmer. But you can also use it in these wet mornings to wipe off your tarp, to kind of get it ready to put away in the morning. Just get it till it's completely drenched, then wring it out, and then when you find a stream, just kind of rinse it out, hang it on the outside of your pack, and it will usually be dry by the end of the day, depending on how wet the day is. Okay, so let's take a look at the map. So here is where we started yesterday. So it's just after, it's right at this dot right here at 42:59. That's at 14.9 miles. So we followed all of this yesterday and then climbed up Bluff Mountain. We were going to stop back around here for the night, but we came up over the mountain and down to this dot right here. This is where we're currently at. For today, the plan is to come all the way down into Hot Springs. Should be there around time for lunch. Then hike out, up, and to Spring Mountain Shelter. So a total of about 20.9, maybe 21 miles today. Day 2, back on the trail. So today's gonna be, I think the first half of the day looked like it was gonna hold off without any real rain, so that would be a plus. Afternoon, I think the storms were gonna roll back in. We'll see. Felt like I got to camp a little bit earlier than I thought I did last night. There was a lot of time sitting around camp, so I might hike a little bit longer today. If that takes me past my intended point like it did yesterday, then that's what happens. Like I said, this trip, it's just me, so being solo, I can kind of roll with however works for me. A little bit windy this morning. Temperature's nice. Temperature's really nice for hiking. Weather's perfect right now. The sun's not beating down on me, so I'm gonna get the miles in while I can. So I've been coming downhill for a while, and I've got these cool rocks over here to the side. But what I'm starting to see is this little cave part. That's kind of cool, kind of neat. Just talking here, I hear a little bit of an echo, which is pretty neat, pretty cool. These trails are overrun with stinging nettle. You can see behind me, if I turn around and show you this direction, just stinging nettles overhanging the trail all over the place. Fortunately, they've been passed by so many people, all the little stinging spines, for the most part, are off of them. I did get stung in the knee with a few of them yesterday, but not too bad. Thought I'd show you guys this. Still no great views out that way. You can see that we're up high, but no great views. So I hike pretty quick. I'm
I'm not the fastest on the downhills, that's for sure. I definitely take my time on the downhill so I don't end up with any knee problems or anything like that. The downhills just kind of suck. So this first half of the day is pretty much all downhill, but I'm gonna deal with it. I just had another hiker pass me, and we just talked briefly as he flew by me, but he was moving. He was absolutely booking. He's actually out here finishing up his last bit of training. I think this is gonna be his last weekend of training before he goes and hits the PCT and does the through hike of the PCT. So that's pretty awesome. And by the rate he was moving, I'd say he is in pretty good shape for it, pretty ready for it. Had an arc blast on his back. Looked like he was going pretty light. We talked about packs for a minute, but that's about it. Then he headed on his way, and within quarter mile, I couldn't see him on the long flats, so or on the long straights anyway. Good luck to him. Hope he does awesome out there. Hope he has a good training weekend and finds that he's in the spot he needs to be to get out there and do it. As we're coming down, a couple small little glimpses out there. I don't know if you were able to see it through the trees, but let's go. So here's a nice little pro tip for you guys that find yourself on the trail with a little trickle of water that runs down over some rocks. If you can position a leaf, you can create a little spigot so that you can fill up your bottles. One of the things I really love about coming out here, and I'm kind of glad that I did this one solo. I did ask other people to come along, but I'm kind of glad no one was able to, now that I'm out here. It's giving me just time to be with me. But one of the things I really love about getting out on the trail and getting out here is that there is no schedule. My daily life, most of us, our daily lives are completely driven by schedules. What meeting do I need to be in? Where do I need to be? Where do the kids need to be? Those types of things. We're constantly watching the clock, seeing where we are, where we need to be, what's next. But out here, just kind of do things at your pace. So today, I got up, it was around 7 o'clock, got my breakfast, got on the trail. I've been going for probably a little over 2 hours, and I'm probably a little more than a quarter of the way through my mileage for the day, about 6 or so miles in. And I just passed some tent campers who were just crawling out of bed, just going to get a fire started. So everyone can come out here and disconnect from the alarm clock, disconnect from your watch, and just kind of do things at your pace, how you want to do them. And that's something that I really think I enjoy. the climb getting up here has been pretty steep, pretty brutal, coming up from the river. But right here we've got a great shot. So if you look straight across, that mountain up there is what I came down to get into Hot Springs. There is the town of Hot Springs, and I'm gonna keep going up behind me. So it's been a good climb. I'm gonna keep going. Found myself a nice little spot here in the shade against these trees to take a quick break, get the shoes off, let the feet breathe for a little while. Take probably a half hour, 45 minutes, and just kind of chill out, cool off, and man, the heat and the humidity have been killing me today. I've just been drenched, just dripping. I'll stop, and with my arms bent on the poles, it'll just be dripping off of my elbows like crazy. So I've been drinking a lot, going through water quite a bit. So I'm gonna chill out here, take a look at the map, see what I've got left. Probably about 6 miles to the shelter. So done about a little over 15 right now, maybe close to 16. So let's take a look. Headed back uphill again. Got about 3 miles of uphill, I believe, maybe 4, to get where I'm going. But it's starting to sprinkle again. A lot of thunder, a lot of dark clouds. So looks like I'm gonna get stuck in a storm. So it's been coming down for a little bit now. It's actually lightened up just now, so I got this out. Tell you what, I needed a shower, so I got one. And this is a great test for this Cuban fiber pack. This is that Zimmerbilt Quick Step pack. So we'll see how well it holds up. All my important stuff is inside of a compactor bag, so I'm not too concerned about my dry stuff staying dry. But it will be nice to see how the pack fared. So I did not make it where I was headed tonight. Probably 2.5 miles short, but the thunder, lightning keeps rolling in, so to keep heading uphill another 2.5 miles just didn't seem like a smart thing for me. So
I found a spot. Means I'm gonna have to pick up the miles a little bit tomorrow. I was hurting here towards the end of the day, so it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough day tomorrow. Holy crap, that was freaking close. Like, I don't even think I was done seeing the light, and it was loud. Like, it was right over there. There's a watchtower, there's a lookout tower just over there, and there were a bunch of guys that were going up there to spend the night because Hot Springs was having a festival this weekend, and they were going to be doing fireworks tonight. Given the weather, I don't think they're going to be doing fireworks, but I sure hope that wasn't up there. I hope those guys are okay. Holy crap. That was loud, and it was close. So I was kind of hungry. I had dinner a little while ago, but I wanted more. So I'm having the Mountain House, what is it, the Chili Mac? Yeah, Chili Mac. So, like I said, I had the first half of it. Because it's 2.5 servings, I went ahead and split it up into 2. And so I've got the rest of it down here, and I've got the pot on to boil right now. The rain's kind of calmed down a little bit. I went out and adjusted some of the tie-out points, and I was getting a lot of splashback. So I needed to lower the sides, make them a little bit more steep, and raise the foot end of my hammock. So I went ahead and did all of that, and now it's doing better. But like I said, the rain has calmed down, so I'm not sure if it's because I fixed it or because it's not raining quite as hard. I mentioned that there's some guys up at the tower. I think they have a stereo or something with them because I can hear music. And I'm not close enough to a town, I don't think, to be able to hear any music. So I'm using the new Toaks 550 Lite, and I had said in another video that I thought that may be the ultimate backpacking pot, and I think that it's turning out to be that way. The fact that it has the handles, with it being titanium, they cool down really quick, so once the flames go out, they're pretty much cool to the touch. You can grab them pretty quickly afterwards. It's lighter. It's only 70 grams with the lid. So pot with lid, 70 grams. The normal 550 milliliter mug or pot from Toaks is 100 grams. So it's 30 grams lighter. Comparable to a lot of the other really lightweight ones that I carry. So for now, that is what I'm carrying. It's going to work perfect for this trip, and because I can boil 2 cups of water in it, no problem, it's going to work out really well. Now, I should mention that being in bear country, it's probably not a great idea to do any cooking underneath your tarp and let the smells kind of permeate. But with it being boiled bag cooking, you're not really cooking anything where the fumes are going to be wafting up here and sticking to my tarp. Still, probably not the best practice, but I'm hungry. It's raining out. You got to do what you got to do. Lots of people do it, and they're still alive. At some point, hopefully, I think the weather forecast at about 9 o'clock, the rain was going to let up, maybe even come to a stop. That'd be great. And at that point, I'm going to go find a place to... Well, I've already kind of scoped out a good spot to hang the bear bag, but I don't want to do it while it's raining. I've got my only dry clothes on right now, and I really don't want to get them wet, and I really don't want to change back into the wet stuff. So, we'll see.